Good morning, guys. Good morning. Good morning. Happy day. Hope you're ready to get this day started. I know I am. It's going to be the most amazing day ever. It's going to be a good day. Good day. Let's do the introduction real fast. Hold on. Welcome to the morning show. We're having confessions and conversations about your everyday life. My name is Yamitra Jojo Waddell, the only Live Past Crazy specialist. So what better place to be than here with me? Y'all, my chair was down low. We're just having a little difficulties this morning, but that's okay. We're here now. I'm gonna put in some links for you guys. Please make sure you share the show because sharing is caring. If your friends and family don't have Facebook, send them over to the YouTube channel. They can binge watch all the Fearless Morning shows over there. If they don't do that, we have all the books, everywhere books are found. We have the podcast as well. It costs you nothing to subscribe to the YouTube channel and to the podcast, so they can do that. They can watch the movie. They can do all the things. If they don't do any of that, tell them I said good morning. I think I spelled that wrong. I did. Let's see if we can delete that out. So I hope you and guys have been enjoying the show. We've been talking about a few things this week. Here we go. Now, yesterday, y'all, this whole week has been really good. So if you missed any of the shows, please go back and watch them so you can catch up there. Yesterday, we had a lot of questions. And with those questions, and I did go back and post the questions. So if you go to my newsfeed, you'll see the questions that we talked about on yesterday. And let me see if I can't just grab them right fast for you. Those would be some great journal entries questions for you. There you go. Those are the questions for those that asked for them yesterday. Those are the questions that we had from the show on yesterday. So today, let me get the quote of the day. The quote of the day: if you struggle to receive, you'll be a magnet for folks who give. If you struggle to receive, you will be a magnet for folks who give. I want you to learn to receive on this great good morning as we're drinking our tea for the day. Good morning, Tammy. Good morning. And I want to talk about the dog story. I'm going to share a dream that I had and what I learned, what I got from it. Good morning, Joshua. What I got from the dream. And it kind of goes hand in hand with what we talked about this week when it comes to working on yourself and the questions. I posted the questions that I talked about yesterday. I just posted those so you can grab those. And I want to talk about that inner frustration. Like when we begin this journey, and the inner frustration that we have when we come to the realization of where we are, why we are, and what we're about to do about it, and what that looks like. So if you're an angry adult, I'm a firm believer it's because maybe you are not a happy kid. If you're an angry adult, maybe it's because you are not a happy kid. And I thought about that, like when you go back and look at your childhood, were you allowed to be a kid or were you forced to be an adult at an early age so you have no idea what fun or relaxing or enjoying things looks like? Because you have responsibility so early on, you have no idea what it is to be free as a kid. Kids are free and they have a mentality that we don't have. A kid will ask for a thing, firmly believing without a shadow of a doubt they will receive it. But if we were brought up in an unstable environment, right? No shade to our parents, it's just, it is what it is. Then we don't know what it's like to be a kid because we've had to be an adult for so long. And so now I'm an angry adult because I never had the opportunity to be a kid. My kid spurts came in moments and then it was overshadowed by I gotta go be an adult now, so let me put away my kid things. And maybe you had that experience early in life. That's why I love going to the park to swing. Y'all ever want to make me happy besides a journal, a book, or pen? Take me to the park so I can swing. Okay. And if I want to remove myself from being an angry adult, right, I need to go back to some of the questions we asked yesterday and think about those things. Like, what was it? And as because we talked about earlier in the week that we begin to disown parts of ourselves because our core caregivers criticized our emotion. They criticized who we are, and we were denied our access to our emotional needs to be met, which makes it hard for you to have that mother-daughter relationship because maybe mama was busy working and she didn't have time to give you that relationship. Good morning, Lisa. That's okay. That's no shade to mama at all. But as your core caregiver, that was something you did not have access to. So now it is a piece of you that you don't quite yet understand or can't connect with another human being, right? So now I'm a dysfunctional adult and I don't know how to have good relationships because there's a piece of me that's missing. So let's go into the dog story. Now that we got the little history of the week, let's go and let's relate this back to my dog story dream. Good morning, Kiva. Good morning, friends. So let's go back. Yes, please, Joshua, knock yourself out. And thank you. So now let's go to my dog story. And my dog story it's important because when you're on this journey, you're going to meet you. And you may say that, Jojo, I know me. No, you don't. Because when I told y'all when I had that another, like you have breakthroughs, but when I had that one on Sunday and cried for 2 hours, I cried for 2 hours, y'all. And I realized how I was forcing myself to fit in with my family, right? How I've been forcing it for years. And I acknowledged the growth that I had went through. And it's okay to acknowledge your growth. You're like, God, girl, you grew through that. You went through that. So let's insert my dog story here. So I had a dream. And for those of y'all that don't know, I love dogs, right? And I had a dream that I was petting this dog. It's a black lab. And I think I was at a park. I don't know. Anyway, the dog came up to me and I was petting the dog, but the dog kept, like I was petting him, but you know how you hold the doggy's face and you're rubbing it, and I kept pushing his face away from mine, but his face kept getting closer. And then he put his head to my head, and he was just forcing his forehead into my forehead. Like, doggy, what are you doing? To the point where the dog was pushing me down on the ground with his forehead, still licking me, still tail wagging. It was not hurtful, but it was forceful on my forehead. Y'all, I know I'm the only live past crazy specialist, but don't think I'm crazy with this. This is what the dog said to me. This is the old you with the new you. I am trying to show you a better way to be expressive in life. I'm trying to show you a better way to live. I'm trying to show you a better way to love. I'm trying to show you a better way, but you're so hard-headed that you keep pressing up against yourself and putting yourself back on the ground, back in the same position over and over and over again. And you happily, JoJo, do that. Stop fighting yourself. I was like, wait a minute. Why is this dog talking to me? First of all. Second of all, I woke up and I had a ton of questions. I had more questions. I had answers. What do you mean I'm fighting against myself? So the more you grow and you do this, they call it shadow work, deep work, whatever you want to call it, self-care, and you start pulling back the layers, right? And yesterday we talked about you can choose this. And in that moment, it was me telling me, JoJo, you can choose to have something different. But first, you got to stop beating your head up against yourself. You got to forgive yourself. You got to not only forgive yourself, be okay that you made that mistake or you had that thought process. You have got to stop hitting yourself upside the head and enjoying it. So what does that look like? It looks like you repeating the same thing over and over and over again. If you keep repeating the same thing over and over again, that's your dog pushing his forehead into yours and pushing you down on the ground and saying, but you like this, remember, you like this dysfunction. This is comfortable for you. And if you don't take a minute to begin to ask yourself those questions, and we'll go through the questions again. And then if you're not patient with yourself through these long life transitions, you're right back at disowning yourself. You're back at disowning yourself because you didn't get what you needed from your core caregivers, or because now all you know is to attack and withdraw. You don't know to show love and be at peace. You know to be dysfunctional and keep repeating, well, I don't know. You don't understand how to have your emotional needs met because you would deny them. If you would deny them, you don't know how to give them freely. You give them with restrictions. I'm going to love you, but this. You can love me, but that. There's a difference between that and us having healthy boundaries. Let's be clear. But if I don't get down to the core of what it is, then I'm stuck there. Now I'm an angry adult because I've never been a child, because I don't know how to express my emotions. I can't tell. I don't know how I want to receive love because I have never received it. And so I give it like it was given to me. You ever heard people say, this is tough love? They were given tough love. And that's how they know how to process things. So let's go back to some of the questions from yesterday that fit with the dog story. Thank you, Joshua, for sharing. Do you feel frightened to think seriously about all of your options? The dog pushing up against my forehead, was I so scared that I didn't push back because I was afraid if I pushed back, somebody wouldn't love me? Was I afraid if I pushed back, somebody wouldn't think nicely of me? Was I afraid that if I pushed back against the dog, would it bite me? Insert family, friends, whomever, insert that there. For me, it was myself. And then, what are we ruled by? What interferes with me exploring why I didn't want to do that? Was it my anger, my fear, or mistrust? What is stopping me from trusting myself? Am I looking to my future with excitement or dread? Do I see myself as a defeated person or as a overcomer, survivor person? And in that instant, with the dog pushing against my forehead, I was a defeated person. I was not excited. I was not happy. I was paralyzed by the unknown future, which was the next question. Do you see yourself? Are you paralyzed by the fear of the unknown future? Like, because I don't know how to move forward. I'm going to stay in this chaos. Better the devil you know than the one you don't. How many of us have heard that? And we use that to justify why we stay in a place of unease within ourselves. Forget outside people at this moment. Forget what you were denied from your mama, your daddy, your environment. Forget that. What about the unease I have inside of myself because I can't fully explain and understand what I want to do? I want you to feel that energy and just allow it to. That's why I dance sometimes. Move. Do you feel the energy and which is the next question. Do you feel the energy and determination to move on with your life? If you don't, that's okay. If you're angry about it, anger is secondary emotion. Anger is not your first emotion. So if I'm mad, I need to find out why I'm mad. Am I mad because they hurt my feelings? Am I mad because I put myself in this situation? Am I mad because I felt a certain type of way when I heard what I heard or when they did what they did? So if anger is a secondary emotion, break it down. What am I mad at? Why was I mad that the dog was pressing his forehead? And then, because I got mad. I was like, dog, like, what are you doing? And it wasn't a hurt, but it was a steady pressure on my forehead as I felt myself going back. And the dog clearly said, this is me. This is you fighting against you. And you seem to be happy about it. If you don't like it, friend, like we talked about yesterday, you can choose this. You can choose to do and be something different. But the choosing is yours and yours alone. It's nobody else's, period. And the sooner we understand that, the easier the process will be for us to begin again, for us to begin wherever we need to start at, period. So on this great day, on this most amazing day, if you are like me and you ain't got to be the dog. I don't know why I dreamed that, but I guess I like animals. That was the only way my subconscious mind could get the thought to me, because we're so busy living life and experiencing all the traumas and things. We can't hear the answer. So in our sleep is when it comes. So maybe that's the only way my subconscious mind could get my attention, was to put it in terms that I could understand. A dog. Jojo, if you stop fighting yourself looks like you know you can write this book, but you refuse. Fighting yourself looks like, oh, I know the answer, but I refuse. And we talked about that. Well, when was the 12th? Last Friday, understanding the law of the mind and the subconscious mind. Please go back, watch last Friday show. We talked about the law. And on Thursday, we talked, so all this is going together. So on Thursday, we talked about that threat of the threat and healing. So if the dog is pressing against my head and my mind can't get a message of healing to me, it's because that healing is threatening who I am. The healing is threatening who I am. It's who I am currently. So if I'm trying to change, my healing is a threat to my changing. And now I'm fighting against myself. Now I'm fighting the old me and the new me. Well, Jojo, I want to heal. Yes, you do, but I don't want to heal this way. Now I'm a threat to myself. And what does that journey look like? So we have 4 points for that. Retell the story that you have inside of your body. Pay attention to your words. Acknowledge your triggers. And sit in silence. And that quote for that day was, I support you in your freedom to be yourself. Honey, I support you in all the things. I support you in all the things. So on this great day, I hope my dog story has helped somebody. Good morning. The dog. I had a dream. You want Ray? Put your fingers over here. I had a dream that a black dog, and this is a couple of months ago, that a black dog. I had a dream that I was petting a black dog, and he came up to me, but he kept pressing his forehead up against mine till he pushed me down, and it was me fighting against me. But my tail was wagging, the dog's tail was wagging, so it's like the old JoJo was happy, but the new JoJo was trying to push back. But the old JoJo was like, no, but we like it here. And the dog said to me, JoJo, this is you being hard-headed. This is you being hard-headed. Why are you being so hard-headed? Get out of the way. Isn't it kind of good? They say good morning, Rosie.
Good morning.
So on this great day, I want you to have the most amazing day. If you want to, can you hand me a bag right fast? If you like a sisterized bag, here's the link right here. I have some left over. Look in that top drawer. If you like a sisterized mug, I have some left over. I don't think I have a mug handy, do I? This is the sisterized bag. This is a really deep navy blue, and this is
Rose gold.
Rose gold. You get a little pocket. It's a nice sturdy, like it's a good sturdy bag. If you would like the workbook that the ladies got, some of the work that we went through at the retreat, there's the link. Next year, the retreat will be 4 days. Okay. It's going to be longer than it was the last 2 times. So, okay, Lisa. Shake that hair, girl. Look at them curls falling. You're so beautiful.
Thanks, Mom.
You're welcome. Oh, thank you, Rosie. I love you.
Love you.
So on this great day, I want you to have the most amazing day ever. I want you to be peaceful, period, because there's nothing after that. And I hope, let me post these questions one more time. Let's see if this is it. There's the questions from yesterday that we asked. So if you need those, you can have those and use them as journal entries. And hopefully, I pray they help somebody. Listen, I want you to take what you need and leave the rest for somebody else. I'm not saying I know everything. I'm telling you some tips and tricks that I've used to help me heal and grow and go deeper. Thank you. And in that growing, I'm hopefully helping somebody align with themselves on this journey. I don't want the dog to come knock you. I don't want the dog to come knock you upside your head. I don't wish that for you. My wish is that you can take a little bit of this and a little bit of that and make it your own growth process. Again, these are just things that make you go, to think just a little bit different. And remember, you do not have to force yourself to fit in with your family. Please take that from JoJo. I learned that the hard way. I don't have to perform to be a part of a family. And the minute I understood that and aligned that I don't have to be smart to be in this family. I don't have to look a certain way. I don't have to be thin. I don't have to be big. I don't have to be little. I can eat. I can do whatever I want. I don't have to be the role that you gave me to be. Good morning, Andrew. I didn't know you were on. Thank you, my friend. So on this great day, y'all, have the most amazing day ever, okay? I want you to be peaceful, period. And listen, so let me tell you something, and I gotta go. When you are in that spot of, I really want this to be good, like I really want to try something different, I'm trying my best right there. When that dog is pressing against your forehead and you like, but JoJo, the reality is 7 seconds of holding that thought. No, it's going to be great. It's going to be amazing. 7 seconds, count it out. In those 7 seconds, what you said, it's going to be a good day. I'm positive. I'm going to have a great mind. I want you for 7 seconds, hold that good thought. hold it. And then I want you to understand that in your circle of concern, in your circle of influence, the things that you can immediately change. And the things I can immediately change is my mind. If you have the thought, if you have the vision, if you have the thing, it is not your business to worry about how it's fixing to come to be. I gave that example to the girls yesterday. Yeah, listen, Andrew, we absolutely need to do that. I'm all for dancing with salt and pepper. It's not your concern of how this thing is going to happen. And I shared a story with the girls. Can you start the car? I shared a story with the girls with this yesterday that I had, and listen, this is how it bubbles up. I wanted to feel bad about something. And in that moment, I stopped myself. I was like, oh, I don't live like that anymore. I don't feel bad about this thing anymore. I don't get anxious about what I don't have. I don't even think like that anymore. What I think is that everything is working out for me. Everything is working out for me and it's okay. It's not my concern of how it's going to happen. My concern is simply, JoJo, you be aware and be happy that it's here. The next day, yesterday, the very thing that I thought I was going to have a moment about, yesterday, it came. Just the day before, and listen, you got to be careful to catch that thought as soon as it hits. I don't care if you got to, and I will say it out loud and people say, JoJo, it's that simple, but it takes consistency of you. I felt myself being worked up. I was like, oh my God, like, JoJo, you ain't got blah, 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 blah. How's this? And I, within 3 seconds, because after 7 seconds, it's gone. As soon as that thought of overwhelm came, I was like, you know what? I don't, but you know what the amazing thing is, JoJo? You don't live there anymore. So you don't have to feel this feeling. You don't have to feel any type of way. You don't have to feel any anxiety or stress. You don't live there anymore. So you don't live in that space. Wow, this is a good feeling. I don't live there anymore. No, you sure don't. I went on about my day. I got dressed, brushed my teeth, washed my face, handled my business. And last night, woo, when you stay in your circle of influence, which is strictly yourself, your circle of concern no longer becomes your business. Okay, I'm done. Have a good day. I don't know who that was for. I hope it was for somebody. Hope you have the most amazing day. And I'll see you guys here bright and early tomorrow morning. Have a good one.